Guys, Natasha here from Natasha Brooks Fitness. I just wanted to talk really quickly today and briefly about something that we all kind of have come across in our life, which is, the wake up call. Like when we realized that we had to get our lives together. And, for some people that comes early on in life, for some people it comes late in life, some people it never comes at all. But the thing is that no matter what you're doing, whether it's a relationship or a job or health or anything like that, at some point you do get this wake up call. So for me, that actually happened in 2009. I was on a trip, on a road trip from Philadelphia to West Virginia to see my granny for Thanksgiving. It's about a 7.5 hour drive. And the whole time, it was just this painful feeling in my stomach, just like, oh, I must have eaten something bad. It's no big deal. It was very uncomfortable, a lot of discomfort the entire drive there. And the first thing I did when I got there was I went to the drugstore and I got an over-the-counter medication to relieve whatever was going on. And I did end up feeling better. Put it in my past and never thought about it again until about a month later. And I was violently ill about a month later. I couldn't keep water down. I couldn't keep any type of food down. Everything that went in came out, one way or the other, to put it politely. And, I thought to myself, oh, it's a stomach bug. It's a virus. It'll pass. It'll go away. I'll be fine. And we do that. We tell ourselves that all the time, like when we get sick, and it's it's nothing. It'll pass. It'll go by. And for me, this time it actually didn't go away. Um, After I think it was about 4 days into being violently ill, I realized that this wasn't a bug and that it wasn't going away. So I actually ended up going to the emergency room, and I had my book, I had everything. I was prepared to be there. I had a bucket with me. I was prepared to be there for a very long time because we all know that emergency rooms, the more critical people go first. I used to be an emergency room registrar, and I know how crazy it can be. So when I got there, they took my vitals and they immediately took me back and immediately put IVs in my arm and everything. And once they got me stabilized, the doctor came in and kind of explained, why there was such a rush. And, he said, Miss Brooks, I'm glad you came in. What's been going on? So I told him, and he basically said, well, the reason we brought you back so quickly was he's like, you were severely, severely dehydrated. And he was like, had you have waited another day, he was like, I don't think you would have made it here. And talk about wake up calls, that was like, wait, what are you talking about? I was just sick. Um, but coming to find out, like, there was a lot more going on, but like, why do we do that to ourselves? And it's crazy because I'm not even afraid of doctors. Not afraid of hospitals. I've been in them growing up as a very not sickly child, but with allergies and traveling with the military, you're always getting shots and things like that. So it's not that I was afraid to go. I just, why go when this too shall pass? Um, Craziness. But I was 29 years old at the time, and I was doing what I thought was good stuff. Like I was going to the gym. I was eating healthy. It's amazing how you realize that you're not doing what you think that you're actually doing. Um, I was doing Weight Watchers with a friend. We were doing really well. And it just like everything came to a crashing halt in January of 2010. And that was my wake up call. That was my wake up call to say, okay, you need to get something together. You need to figure it out. I want to go more in depth about what exactly that was, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to actually talk a little bit more about it tomorrow. So if you're interested in what actually happened while I was at the hospital and the few months after I left the emergency room, come back tomorrow. Come check me out, and I hope you guys have a great evening. And I'll talk to you soon.